Alright gamers, welcome back. World of Warcraft Classic Hardcore Ironman Adventures, episode 157, episode 7 on the Dwarf Paladin. It's a little early morning, a little early Sunday morning sesh we're gonna get into. It's like 10 o'clock, got up at like 7, did some errands, washed the car, got my morning coffee here. Now, last we left off last night, we had a bunch of copper that I need to smelt down, a bunch of meat that I need to cook. I can cook on this brazier here, so, whoops, a little close. Let's cook the small fish first. I'm just going to sell these afterwards. It'll be 40 copper, but mostly we just want the cooking skill out of it, right? Now, the boar meat itself sells for 3 copper, but if I cook it, it sells for 6. So that should be, what? 60? Could be wrong on that. No, it should be a silver and a half. I could be wrong about that too. My math is not mathing right now, but this should get us where we need to be so I can cook the cragboar ribs, which were already there, and then I can also, with those cragboar ribs, I can cook these raw long jaw mud snappers. I don't know where I get this recipe from. I think it's here. I think it's just a couple silver pieces. I think we saw it in the Forlorn Cavern, excuse me. While we cook this, let me sip on my coffee. Now this morning I think we're heading to Elwyn. We're going to do some of the lower level quests in Elwyn and just go ahead and bridge that gap. And, you know, for a bit we're not going to get any experience. But once we get to Goldshire, we should start getting some green quests where we'll be back to getting experience. But I want to finish all of Elwyn Forest. That way, eventually when we move into Westfall and Redridge, all of Elwyn is done. Again, just like the Rogue, I'm trying to do basically every quest in every zone on this character. Everything that's like safe. The elite quests, those kind of get excluded into a separate category of like, well, is it safe enough to do? If not, then we just hide it. But we did the same thing on the Rogue. We did every quest in every zone, completed basically everything, even the starter zones. We went back and did Mulgore. We went back and did Duratar, right? We did all of Silverpine, even though we didn't need to. So I'll probably do that same thing on every character. It's just pretty much complete everything, explore everywhere. The game's just a lot more fun to me like that, and since we're not doing dungeons, it's a completely solo experience on every one of these hardcore Ironman characters. It's just, it makes the most sense, honestly. I'll tell you, fishing is a lot better than farming all of this boar meat, but the bonus with the boars is you get other drops and you get experience. When you're fishing, you don't really get experience, but farming all these boars got me, you know, all this meat, but at the same time, it also got me a ton of experience from killing those boars. I think we're 13 right now, yeah. John Turner, baby. That's our boy. 69? Nah, okay. Talk to Gwenna, sell all this stuff. What was that? Yeah, silver and a half. My math was right. Or silver and 20 is what I meant. The math is mathing. Give her a blessing of might. And then bow. Quest free. He's not doing any quests. That's kind of cool. Give these boys mites even though they're bank alts. Take these bad boys out. One thing that's really nice about Ironforge is there's these braziers everywhere that I can cook on. I really like that. I need Rhapsody malt. Where can I get this? I bet you I can get it from the barmaid over there. No. Alright, let's do some research. Where can I get classic WoW Rhapsody malt? Seems like you can only really get it in a handful of places. Dunmoreau, the Hinterlands, and Lochmadon. It would require me to head all the way back to Keranos. We're definitely going to do that. But first, I want to head to the Forlorn Cavern and talk to Meridian. Or Miradon, I don't know how to say it. I'm down to go back just because this is going to give me some stamina and spirit food. It's not much, it's only 2, but it's better than not having any at all. You're back. We've already read the Dark Iron script. I'm glad to see it, Bella. My wounds are healed, and I'm ready to return to Helmsbed Lake as soon as I can convince me wife that I'll be fine.
Ha ha ha! You've done it! You saved Nam, and you found the proof me wife needs to take to the council. You're a blessing of the light if I ever saw one. Not including me, wife, of course. Thank you again, adventurer.
Of course.
I can see me wife's over there beaming with pride already. You better get your tooches over there pronto. I'd be thinking she'd have some words with you.
You took us.
Light be with you, mighty adventurer. I'll be looking for you on the battlefield against the Scourge and them Dark Irons when the time comes.
Speak to Tiz again, we get Redemption, which is our resurrection spell, but ultimately this is hardcore. We're never going to use this, but the fantasy is still cool. Tiza.
You've done all of Ironforge a great favor today, adventurer. I'm proud to count you among us. And if you feel you're ready, I would like to bless you with this scroll. The symbol of life would only have worked when used by a paladin who was ready for one of the light's greatest blessings, the power to restore the dead back to life. I will teach you the ability to resurrect your companions. Use it wisely, adventurer. And thank you on behalf of myself, my husband, and Ironforge.
Very cool. Redemption, baby. Another ability that we will probably never train. There's multiple ranks in Resurrection, but
The light be with you, adventurer. How can I help you?
There's no real point. Seal of Righteousness, I'm still going to hold off on it. The only thing that we get out of it is the judgment damage goes up a little bit by like 5 or 10, which is, you know, there's some argument to be made there. Once we did some judging last night where like we found out our key number was 26. If I rank up Seal of Righteousness, our key number would be like 30, 33, somewhere in that range. But ultimately I just want the bonus damage on having the seal up. Tansy, we'll buy this. That's at 175, that's at 175. The Night Crawlers, I think I do want some Night Crawlers. I'll take 5. And
Yep, I can teach you to fish.
we'll become a journeyman fisherman. So now we can get up to 150, right? Yep. Which is nice for when we head to Lochmadon in the future. Cook on this brazier real quick. Now where's the cooking trainer? Somewhere in the middle, right?
What do you need directions to? Which profession trainer would you be looking for? A cooking trainer, is it? Well then,
Yeah.
get yourself over to the Bronze Kettle on the northeastern side of the Great Forge. Daryl Ricknerson will teach you to make a mighty fine dish that's sure to put the life back in you.
75. Bone Snapper. That's a cool looking mace. Alright, what other professions need to be leveled up to Journeyman? Just first aid after this? What's our linen looking like? We have 33, something like that? Yeah, 33. I think we can get to 50. Not, well, maybe that's enough to get to Journeyman. Daryl.
I'll keep 'em fed, kid. Yep, Daryl Ricknewson, at your service.
I'm just gonna train Journeyman Cook and then probably hold off on these. I think maybe the Coyote Steaks we'll learn, and the Crab Cakes, but I don't think we're gonna be finding any crab meat anytime soon. Or the clams, honestly. I do want to learn everything at some point, but money's a little tight right now. I need to be smart with how we spend it. We'll come back for the other two in the future. Let's cook the rest of these, and then we'll head back to Karanos. Let me smelt all this copper down, though. These only sell for 1 copper, so probably get like 20-30 copper pieces out of all this. I had like a premonition last night too that I wasn't able to hit my Divine Protection in time. So I think I'm going to put that on a button that I might be a little more comfortable with other than Z, just in case I need to quickly defend myself. I'm trying to think of if I would ever even hit 5 on my mouse for anything else. Sell that. Smelt this down. I'm going to pause the video while we smelt just to save some time, and I will resume when we are done. So I'll see you guys in just a second. Alright gamers, we went ahead and smelted all of that copper ore down into bars. Let's check Rodcath and see what he can teach us.
A thing or two about smithing. Grab an apron and a hammer, and let's see what we can accomplish, shall we?
So the belt is an upgrade. The war axe I don't really care about. I guess let's pick up the belt. The coarse sharpening stones, but I'm running low on funds. So I guess we'll hold off on those for now until we start mining tin, but I'll make a belt just for myself. I think in the future we're going to be making these for upgrades as well. Nice, it matches the drip. And then let's make some more rough grinding stones, I guess. Maybe we can get a couple points out of this. I might as well use the rough stone, right? And I don't really think I'm going to use more than 30 of these rough sharpening stones before we're done with it. Even if we get 5 points out of this, it's, you know, it's worth. The rough stone sells for 2 copper each, but the rough grinding stones sell for 5 copper. It takes 2 pieces of rough stone, so we gain an extra copper by making these. So far, no points. Not a single point, huh? Okay. Yeah. It's not meant to be. 1 point? Can we get 1 point maybe? Okay. No points at all. That's just not even funny. Huh. Yeah, there's no way I'm gonna use more than 30 of these. Like, come on. $30 times 30. What was that 15 hours worth of rough sharpening stones? I think we're good. We didn't get a single point out of any of those, but it does make us 2 silver back. We did hit 80, so...
Grab an apron and a hammer, and let's see what we can accomplish, shall we?
Okay, we don't learn anything else until 90 with the ruined copper bracers, which they are an upgrade. And then at 95, we learn this heavy copper broadsword, which this thing is sick. 27 by 41, 2.7, so it's a little faster than our weapon now, but it does give us 6 stamina. It's like 11 more damage on the top end. Alright, last thing before we start heading to Elwyn is, let's go get that Rhapsody Malt. We're also saving up for the Gearing Redridge quest. Did I say Wedwidge? Gearing Wedwidge? Gearing Redridge. I have to eventually learn how to make the heavy copper mauls. I'm sure those probably use a decent bit of copper. Maces, heavy copper maul, 12 copper bars, and 2 light leather each. So I'm gonna need 8 light leather in total. That's tough. This is gonna be a tough quest to complete. I'm gonna have to rely on getting light leather just from like chests. Is there anything that I can farm to... How to farm light leather in WoW as a non-skinner. Tightly sealed trunks. Unfortunately. Or fishing, yeah. Get 100 fishing, then go fish pools in Dark Shore, Westfall, or Ratchet. So we're gonna have to. Thankfully, we've been working on the fishing. What does this look like without the shirt on? Now that's a sick chest piece right there, bro. What does that sword look like too? Heavy copper broadsword. Now that's a sword, bro. Look at that thing. So that mixed with that is what we're gonna look like in the mid-range. That's a sick looking combo right there. Oh. Roach the goat. Good luck, Roach. Alright, well. Fishing, that's how we're gonna get that leather. We need 8 in total, 8 light leather. I wish I didn't get rid of the light leather that we had one piece that we found so far and I got rid of it because our inventory space, but alright, what do we need? 19 Rhapsody Malts. Does this still even give me a skill upgrade? Not really.
Fill your tankard and pull up a chair. We've stories to tell and
not gonna be able to afford 19, huh? 1 silver for 2 pieces, I'll buy 10, I guess. Should be able to cook on this fire. Even if I get like 1 or 2 points from this, I'll be happy, but this is mostly for the stamina food, I guess. We're not even gonna get 1. It's just how she goes sometimes.
Fill your tankard and pull up a chair. We've stories to tell and kegs to empty.
No, I bought the wrong ale. Oh.
Fill your tankard and pull up a chair. We've stories to tell and kegs to empty.
Alright, well, these are from me. A little drink for myself. And now we are broke.
Fill your tankard and pull up a chair. We've stories to tell and kegs to empty.
We didn't get a single point out of all of those either. Damn. But we did get ourselves some stamina food. Alright, now back to Ironforge. I could hearth. Yeah, I mean, I might as well. Because we're going to Elwyn, and I want to leave it in Ironforge, ultimately. Alright, let's go ahead to the tram. Jernome. What a name. Just drop off all this copper. I'll take out the cloth, that way I can do something on the train.
What's on your mind?
Anything else? No, I think that's it. Let's check out Jernome's gear. He's definitely someone that is cheesing his way to 60 by buying good gear. I don't have respect for that shit. Bought that sword, bought those shoulders. I think he bought his chest piece. I got no respect for that type of shit. Like we said before, Bingles, finding Bingles, that's a Lochmadon quest. When we head back here to go to Lochmadon, we'll take that on. But for now, let's keep our quest journal light. Thief Catcher Far Mountain. Look at the goggles on that guy. Welcome to Tinkertown, motherfucker. Haggle sifts through the trash. Oh, got here just in time. Let's be efficient with our time and use the time on the tram to level up our first aid a little bit here. I don't think we need much linen for blacksmithing. I think that's more of like a engineering thing. I think for the most part when it comes to blacksmithing you actually need more leather than anything, which means, you know, fishing for those lock boxes. It does kind of suck that linen cloth goes for 13 copper each, but the bandages go for 10 copper each, so we actually lose value by making these. And I think we only want to go to 40. Yeah, 40 is when we can make the heavy. Bam. Excuse me. We'll save the rest of our linen cloth. Now, good news is Elwyn has a lot of humanoids, so we should get more linen cloth. And I think we use linen all the way up until 80. So we need at least, what, 80 linen cloth ourselves? Maybe a little more. I should still make the lesser bandages while it's yellow. Maybe we can get 50 out of this. I should do this until it goes green, honestly. I don't have the money to train heavy linen bandages just right now. So we'll hold off on that until I have a little bit more money, but again, it's just a lot of money to do your professions, especially as a blacksmith. Oh, wait, green. So this will take us back up to like 3 silver pieces right there. Any quests here? I guess we could take this right now. Storm Pike delivery. We're not heading to Westfall just now. I could do these 3 quests. They're just low level easy quests to, like, you know, get wine and stuff like that. Donation of wool, we hide those.
Don't let the humans in the bazaar fool you, lad, with the subway those gnomes built. It's easier than you might think to transport goods from Ironforge. If they try to tack on import fees, just tell them you're gonna buy your gear from me.
Grim and Delmore.
If you've come looking for the finest craftsmanship on this or any other continent in the world, then you've come to the right place. Grim and Elmore, at your service.
Stormpike delivery.
The Stormpikes are a respected dwarven
7
clan
silver.
and are well known for their fine and discerning tastes. So it's no wonder that Gringer Stormpike, a mountaineer of Ironforge, commissioned me to craft him a weapon. The weapon is finished, but Mountaineer Stormpike is far away, in distant Loch Modan. If you plan on traveling to the north, can you deliver this package to him? My last message from Mountaineer Stormpike said he's stationed at the Northern Guard Tower in Loch Modan.
We're heading there after we handle some business in Elwyn, so yeah, we can do that after. Stormwind Library. Donyold. I'm actually curious about that. I have no idea what that is, and it's a repeatable quest. Let's go check that out real quick. This, we just need to deliver some wine, I think. This one, we go to the tailor shop and bring a request in, and this one we bring a sewing kit to him. For all of our trouble, we get maybe 45 experience, less than a mob kill, but we do get 17 copper. It's more about the completion, though. Miss Donna, she's a school teacher. Oh. Come on. Give me the buff. This place is really, really cool. There's this little garden, or I guess more like a courtyard here in the library. Get a book, come out to the courtyard, sit in the sun, read. It's nice. Donyold Tovald. King Anduin has placed great importance on learning and thus has provided funds for making copies of various tomes and writings available to the public. It's very simple. You bring me a library script and I can give you a copy of one of the available books. Okay? How do I get a library script?
How are you? Have a good one.
Ooh, a couple books in here. These are probably going to be long. Yeah, 16 pages. We've already read this one. The Alliance of Lordaeron. This was in Keranos. Aftermath of the Second War. It's only 6 pages. And the Guardians of Tirisfal. I think we've read this one when we were on our rogue, but I will read this one again. I'll come back for Guardians of Tirisfal, but let's read Aftermath of the Second War. The devastating Second War against the Orcish horde left the alliance of Lordaeron in a state of shock and disarray. The bloodthirsty orcs, led by the mighty warchief Orgrim Doomhammer, not only smashed their way through the dwarf-held lands of Cosmodan, but had razed many of Lordaeron's central provinces as well. The unrelenting orcs even succeeded in ravaging the elves' remote kingdom of Quel'Thalas before their rampage was finally stopped. The Alliance armies led by Sir Anduin Lothar, Uther the Lightbringer, and Admiral Dalen Proudmoore pushed the orcs south into the shattered land of Azeroth, the first kingdom to fall before the orcs' ruthless onslaught. The Alliance forces under Sir Lothar managed to push Doomhammer's clans out of Lordaeron and back into the orc-controlled lands of Azeroth. Lothar's forces surrounded the orcs' volcanic citadel Blackrock Spire, and laid siege to their defenses. In a last-ditch effort, Doomhammer and his lieutenants staged a daring charge from the spire and clashed with Lothar's paladins in the center of the burning steppes. Doomhammer and Lothar squared off in a titanic battle that left both mighty combatants battered and drained. Though Doomhammer narrowly succeeded in vanquishing Lothar, the great hero's death did not have the effect the warchief had hoped for. Turalyon, Lothar's most trusted lieutenant, took up Lothar's blood-stained shield and rallied his grief-stricken brethren for a vicious counterattack. Under the ragged standards of both Lordaeron and Azeroth, Turalyon's troops slaughtered the bulk of Doomhammer's remaining forces in a glorious but terrible rout. There was nothing left for the ragged, scattered orc survivors but to flee to the last standing bastion of orcish power, the Dark Portal. Turalyon and his warriors chased the remaining orcs through the festering Swamp of Sorrows and into the corrupted Blasted Lands, where the Dark Portal stood. There, at the foot of the colossal portal, the broken horde and the rugged alliance clashed in what would be the last, bloodiest battle of the Second War. Outnumbered and driven mad by the curse of their bloodlust, the orcs inevitably fell before the wrath of the Alliance. Doomhammer was taken prisoner and escorted to Lordaeron, while his broken clans were rounded up and hauled north, back to Lordaeron. We also have this book over here, Civil War in the Plague Lands, and again, The Guardians of Tirisfal. We'll come back and read these eventually, but this one, 4 pages, that's not bad. This one, 16 pages. And I'm pretty sure we read this one on our Rogue, but we will revisit all the books. But just a little note to self, there's more books in the library, of course. I want to check and see if there's other wings real quick. It looks like there is. But it makes sense that there would be some reading here. King Lane the First of the House of Rin. Oh, look at this! The Royal Gallery. This is sick. I've actually never known that this was here. King Lane the First of the House of Rin, Liege Lord of Stormwind, Defender of Azeroth. So this was the first king, huh? Lane. Lady Mara Fordragon. Lady Mara Fordragon, High Clerist of Stormwind, patron of the refugees who fled to Lordaeron after the First War. She was the bright mother of our future. May she rest in the light. So she was this paladin warrior. She's sick. Mara Fordragon. And Grand Admiral Dalen Proudmoore, commander of the Alliance fleets, friend of Stormwind. We just kind of read about him. What about these two? Lady Dina Kennedy. Very, very cool.
Can I help you?
Tyrion.
Oh, if I only had a tree branch to hold up in front of me, the guards would never see me then.
Well, we will definitely come back to the keep at some point in the future, and when we do, we'll poke around some of the other corridors. Let's check these first two. See if there's any other books in here. We got Count Remington Ridgewell, Lord Barles K. Wishock. What a name. And this is a high elf. Caladra Dawnbreeze. Wow. Alright, let's go handle that business in the trade district. Eventually we'll go check out the park and the mage quarter in the future, but for the most part, we've got most of the Dwarven district explored. There are some little nooks and crannies in here that I do want to go poke around, like different buildings and stuff. Same goes with the old town. I want to look through all the buildings just to see what's in there, see if there's any interesting NPCs that we can talk to and learn some more like elements of world building, as well as there might be books inside of those homes. But it's just, you know, it's just kind of cool to do that kind of stuff. All right, Renato. Let's go talk to Renato real quick. I'm throwing around buffs left and right. Renato.
Hey, mister, you look like an adventurer with discerning tastes in wine. I have a favor to
I do
ask,
like a drink.
and I think I can make you an offer you can't refuse. Forget about it.
Oh, no way they did that. Wine shop advert.
If you talk to anyone about wine, then you know we Galenas sell the best wine in Stormwind. And we're not far, still in the trade district along the city's lovely canals. Here, take this pamphlet. Bring it to my sister, Suzetta, at our shop for a complimentary bottle of our famous Pinot Noir. You won't regret it.
Bottle of Dalaran Noir. I'm here for it. Harlan Bagley.
We've been doing a lot of business lately. It seems like everyone is buying armor and sturdy clothes. Almost like they expect a cold, harsh season ahead. But those are future worries. My worry today is that I'm running out of knitted clothing to sell. I need another load from our supplier. If you can take this request to Rima Schneider at the Canal Tailor and Fit Shop, I'd be most grateful.
Rima Schneider.
Safe travel.
Canal Tailor and Fit Shop. Rima.
How are you?
Did you bring word from Mr. Bagley?
See you around.
Clothing request. To the Schneiders, good day. I trust business in the Canal District is good. We're booming here in the Trade Square. Excuse me. We're in need of knitted clothing goods. As our supply is all but depleted, please send the standard load as soon as you are able. Good fortune, and I hope your son Thurman's studies progress well. Harlan Bagley.
Hey there. It says here that Harlan's business is booming. That's good news, but I wonder why people have need of all that armor. I've heard nothing of open war. Is there something the nobles aren't telling us? Well, thank you for bringing the request. Here's your payment, and I'll see to it that Harlan gets his supplies.
Cool. Oh, wait. Corbett, you there? Harlan needs another load of knitted goods. Can you take it to him? Business must be good down at the bazaar. I'll get him resupplied right away.
My son Thurman is an apprentice at the Larson Clothiers, in the Mages' Quarter. He was in a hurry today and forgot his shears and needles. I know a great adventurer like you must have important tasks at hand, but without his tools, Thurman can't do his apprentice work. Please, adventurer, can you take my son's sewing kit to him? Larson Clothiers is one of 2 clothing shops in the Mages' Quarter. It's the one deeper in near the Mages' Tower.
Sure.
Have a good one.
Thurman's sewing kit. Let me just check the fishing supplies real quick and see if she has any.
Just browsing my wares, or is there something specific I can help you find today?
It's 4 silver though. I'd love to be able to learn how to cook albacore, but I guess it'll have to wait. Swing by the wine shop. Greetings and welcome, Master. Have you tried one of our fine wines?
Ah, so you've seen Renato? Well, here you are, sir. A bottle of our special Pinot Noir. You'll not find its equal in all of Azeroth.
Nice. And we can get drink here in the
Best deals
future.
in all of Stormwind, my friend. Won't find any better. Now, what can I help you with?
We'll definitely be getting some Dwarven Stout in the future when we have more money, but let's go ahead and just chug that bad boy right now. Alright, last but not least, let's talk to Thurman, and then we head out to the starting area. Good news is we should be like one-shotting everything. Oh, look at little Thurman. Are you here to buy clothes? Oh, blast. I thought forgetting my kit would free me from work. Now I guess I'll have to help Larsons with their sewing. Oh well. Fun will come later, I guess. It's child labor. We'll explore the Mage Quarter more in the future, but for now, I kind of want to just get out into Elwyn and start doing some of those quests. We've spent a good bit of time this session doing absolutely nothing but like crafting and being in town, so. But that's part of the journey too. You know, it's not always just being out in the field. Part of the journey too is being in the cities, you know, talking to some NPCs, the world building of it all, reading books. This guy's right at the end, 56, Paladin. He looks really interesting. Look at that. He's like a holy Paladin with really interesting gear.
No one's ever
like
stolen anything out of here. Not in the whole history of the whole history.
Alright, on to Elwyn we go. Yeah, that's one thing that I do really like about solo self-found is you could wind up looking like that guy, where it's just like you have this amalgamation mess of like gear. Especially on a Paladin, where you can be hybrid builds, you could be, you know, wear some plate and some leather, some cloth, have some int gear, have some strength gear. Tumbleweave. Oh, goodness. Oh, big stretch. Alright, we got about 15 minutes left. That should be enough to at least complete this starting area here and make our way into Elwyn. Some of the quests in Elwyn aren't gonna, or I mean Goldshire, some of the quests in Goldshire aren't gonna give us any experience, but some will. Now, there's not as much copper ore in Elwyn compared to Dunmoreau, but there is still some. There's actually a lot of treasure chests in Elwyn from what I remember, but so let's try and remember to toggle between find treasure and find minerals. Mostly in these like little buildings and stuff, but there's a node. There's two. Mining's at 86. We probably won't get many points from the actual nodes themselves anymore until we start finding tin. Excuse me, 4-piece. $114 as of right now. We'll take this quest on the way out from Falcon. A threat within.
I hope you strapped your belt on tight, young adventurer, because there is work to do here in Northshire, and I don't mean farming. The Stormwind Guards are hard-pressed to keep the peace here, with so many of us in distant lands and so many threats pressing close. And so we're enlisting the aid of anyone willing to defend their home and their alliance. If you're here to answer the call, then speak with my superior, Marshal McBride. He's inside the abbey behind me.
Of course. He blew us a kiss, so we blow one back, baby. Marshal McBride.
Hey, citizen. You look like a stout one. We guards are spread a little thin out here, and I could use your help.
Dude, Marshall looks like me in real life. Just fucking tired. Bags under the eyes.
Ah, good. Another volunteer? We're getting a lot of you these days. I hope it's enough. The human lands are threatened from without, and so many of our forces have been marshaled abroad. This, in turn, leaves room for corrupt and lawless groups to thrive within our borders. It is a many-fronted battle we wage, adventurer. Gird yourself for a long campaign.
Gird my loins.
Your first task is one of cleansing, adventurer. A clan of kobolds have infested the woods to the north. Go there and fight the kobold vermin you find. Reduce their numbers so that we may one day drive them from Northshire.
Right. Deputy Willem?
Hey there.
Egan Peltskinner?
Egan Peltskinner is looking for someone to hunt wolves for him. That's good news because we're seeing a lot more wolves in Northshire Valley lately. If you're interested, then speak with Egan. He's around the side of the abbey to the left.
Right.
Recently, a new group of thieves has been hanging around Northshire. They call themselves the Defias Brotherhood and have been seen across the river to the east. I don't know what they're up to, but I'm sure it's not good. Bring me the bandanas they wear, and I'll reward you with a weapon.
We'll take the hammer, probably, just for the money. We'll talk to Egan, and then we start destroying, start killing. Egan.
That's true. I'm looking for someone to hunt me some wolves. Are you that person?
I am that person.
I hate those nasty timber wolves, but I sure like eating wolf steaks. Bring me tough wolf meat, and I will exchange it for something you'll find useful. Tough wolf meat is gathered from hunting the timber wolves and young wolves wandering the Northshire countryside.
Sounds good. Bless up, seal up. Start smacking. One shot. One shot. One shot. Just so satisfying. Honestly, I should use Seal of Crusader at this point. Get my attack speed a little faster, because I'm probably going to one-shot everything regardless. And since there's no ore in this original starting section all in here, let's just keep find treasure on right now. Because there are some chests, I think. Oh, I actually didn't one-shot this thing. Alright, we got all the meat. Now let's kill the kobold. We need the vermin. All right, 2 down. Let me give him a might buff, help him out. An extra 20 melee attack power should help.
How are you? You need something?
Hey, Bale, I'm getting hungry. Did you get that tough wolf meat?
You've been busy. I can't wait to cook up that wolf meat. I have some things here you might want. Take your pick.
Give this guy a might buff as well. Fellow dwarf, we'll give him a bow.
Well met.
Sell all this garbage. Talk to Marshal McBride.
Need help? Well done, citizen. Those kobolds are thieves and cowards, but in large numbers they pose a threat to us. And the humans of Stormwind do not need another threat. For defeating them, you have my gratitude.
Investigate Echo Ridge.
Adventurer, my scouts tell me that the kobold infestation is larger than we had thought. A group of kobold workers has camped near the Echo Ridge mine to the north. Go to the mine and remove them. We know there are at least 10. Kill them, see if there are more, then report back to me.
Easy enough. Imagine I had Consecrate. Judging Seal of the Crusader doesn't do an immediate burst of damage, so it's one of those things that I should probably just not even judge it, honestly. The only time I want to judge it is if I'm fighting like an elite mob, then I kind of want to, or maybe even a rare mob, something that's a little tankier. I kind of want to start with Seal of the Crusader, judge it on the opponent, and that way my my abilities, auto attacks, judgment, holy damage taken is increased by 20, so I think that would scale on my Seal of Righteousness as well.
I don't like hearing of all these kobolds in our mine. No good can come of this. Here, take this as payment, and when you're ready, speak to me again. I would like you to go back to the mines one more time.
One more time.
Your previous investigations are proof that the Echo Ridge mine needs purging.
I'll take the
Return
boots.
to the mine and help clear it of kobolds. Waste no time, adventurer. The longer the kobolds are left unmolested in the mine, the deeper a foothold they gain in Northshire.
Right. Give our homie a fresh might buff. Now there might be a chest in here, so I guess we'll just go all the way through. It's not looking promising. I don't think there's a chest in here right now, but maybe it'll appear if we go a little deeper in. Yeah, I don't think so. Oh, there is, but it's not. Oh, it was just, okay, I wasn't zoomed in enough to see it. Garbage. Basically 9 copper, but hey, I'll take it when I'm all the way down to 5 silver. Alright, we'll loot all the bodies that we killed on the way in, on the way out. Mostly just like water and apples, a little bit of copper here and there. I'm holding off on red burlap bandanas because we should get another quest that'll send us over there for like wine grapes or something like that, and I'd rather just do them both at the same time. Oh, he's self-found as well. Nice. I like seeing other self-found adventurers because I feel like in hardcore I don't see that many. Like this guy, not self-found.
Once again, you have earned my respect and the gratitude of the Stormwind Army. There may yet be kobolds in the mine, but I will marshal others against them. We have further tasks for you.
Tell me about it. Report to Goldshire.
Adventurer, you are an adventurer with proven interest in the security of Northshire. You are now tasked with the protection of the surrounding Elwyn Forest. If you accept this duty, then I have prepared papers that must be delivered to Marshal Dugan in Goldshire. Goldshire lies along the southern road, past the border gates.
Sounds good. Report kobolds. The activity of kobolds has increased in the vicinity of Northshire Valley. They camp north of the Abbey and within the Echo Ridge mine in alarming numbers. I've marshaled paladins, warriors, and other local folk to aid me in ridding us of the vermin. This progresses well, and I will update as needed. Report thieves. More alarming than the kobolds, a human gang of thieves have emerged in the valley. They wear red bandanas and call themselves a brotherhood. This level of organization may lead to trouble, both here and in all of Elwyn Forest. We've identified one of their leaders, one Garrick Padfoot, and hope to bring him to justice soon. Report wolves. There's been an increase in reported animal attacks in Northshire. Egan believes the wolves in the valley were scared here from Duskwood. Although the wolves rarely hunt human prey, the sheer number of them has caused some incidents with farmers, and many livestock have gone missing. Commendation. The bearer of these documents is to be awarded deputy status with the Stormwind Army. Having served Northshire with eagerness and distinction, I'm confident you will find this person useful in Elwyn Forest. Signed, Marshal Douglas McBride, Stormwind Army, Northshire. Oh, big crit, 112. It's a one-shotter. The Northshire Vineyards. I'm wondering if the wine quest is only a human quest. Like, maybe I don't get that quest as a dwarf. But that doesn't feel right. I feel like I've done it on some other characters before. There's another chest back here. Near Garrick, which we will get a quest to take on Garrick. And he'll probably respawn in that time, so I guess let's take him down real quick so I can loot this chest. Because even at his low level, like if I try and loot it, he'll... when you loot chests near mobs, they get increased aggro range. Garbage. Yeah, see, he respawned immediately. He has an incredibly fast respawn rate just because he is a quest mob where there's a lot of new players, so you kind of have to have a fast respawn on him. Talk to Deputy Willem. You think your life is bad? Imagine you're this guy, just a Northshire peasant, just hitting a tree all day long, not making any progress. Just whacking away. Alright, Willem. Have you gathered those bandanas for me yet?
Back with some bandanas, I see. The Stormwind Army appreciates your help.
Okay, yeah. Millie Osworth.
You've shown yourself a dependable adventurer. Dependable. You're not afraid to get your hands dirty.
Dependable adventurer, dependable.
I have a friend, Millie Osworth, who's in some trouble. She's over with her wagon on the other side of the abbey near the stable. I'm sure she could use a pair of hands like yours.
Sure.
Garrick Padfoot, a cutthroat who's plagued our farmers and merchants for weeks, was seen at a shack near the vineyards, which lies east of the abbey and across the bridge. Bring me the villain's head and earn his bounty. But be wary, adventurer. Garrick has gathered a gang of thugs around him. He will not be an easy man to reach.
Yeah, we can handle him. Literally already have, so. Sell all this garbage. Let's go talk to Millie. Guy doesn't even give me a thank you.
Oh, Deputy Willem told you to speak with me? He's a brave man and always willing to help, but his duties keep him stuck at Northshire Abbey, and I'm afraid the problem I have today is beyond him. Perhaps you can help me?
Sure, my lady. What's your business?
A gang of brigands, the Defias, moved into the Northshire vineyards while I was harvesting.
We know
I
about
reported it to the Northshire guards, and they assured me they'd take care of things. But I'm afraid for my crop of grapes. If the Defias don't steal them, then I fear our guards will trample them when they chase away the thugs. Please, you must help me. I gathered most of my grapes into buckets, but I left them in the vineyards to the southeast. Bring me those crates. Save my harvest.
Of course. Of course, of course. Just get 8 buckets of grapes and Garrick's head, and then we're out of here. I wonder if I can get a lot of these without... Yeah. probably get a good majority of these without any. I say that and immediately pull a bunch of them. Alright, let's just clear out the field then. These should be all the buckets we need right there. At least these 3. Alright, we get Garrick's head, and then we're basically out of here. Switch back to find minerals. Talk to Millie. I think she gives us a quest to go to the top of this area, top of Northshire. Let's give Dagashi one more buff before we get out of here. Still friendly with everyone. Mostly with Ironforge and Gnomergun, obviously, because we come from that area and we've done most of those quests. Do you have my harvest bale?
Oh, thank you, adventurer. You saved my harvest. And I hope you showed a few of those Defias that they can't cause trouble around here. We might be short on guards these days, but we're lucky to have heroes like you to protect us.
It's true. It's true.
Now that my crop is saved, take this great manifest to Brother Niels. He manages the store of food and drink in Northshire, and I'm sure he'll be delighted to hear that he has fresh grapes. You'll find Brother Niels in the Abbey, in the bell tower, where he likes to taste his wine.
A fellow man of the drink, huh? It's my kind of guy. It's a cool little caravan. Talk to Willem.
Hello.
Did you find Garrick's shack? Are we finally free of that villain?
Ha! You caught him! You've done Elwyn a great service and earned a nice bounty.
Nice. It's a great place for us to say some prayer. Let's do a little kneel. Say a prayer to the gods. Any books in here that I can read before we leave this place forever? Brother Samuel. Let's just talk to him just for...
May the light protect you this day.
And you, brother. Check upstairs. I don't think there's any books in here that we can read, but just in case. All these different types of weapons adorned along the roof like that. It's pretty cool. All these areas that were made where people virtually never go. It's one thing that I like about exploring in Classic, at least me myself, is I know a lot of people, they follow the same paths. It's almost like a nature trail where there's a path that leads you through the woods that is like most people stick on that path, or you could like jump off and actually get out there with like the leaves and the trees and stuff. But for the most part, like if you could see a path of where most people travel, it's just where the quests take them. No one ever does like organic exploration, and that's one thing that I really like to do, is just actually like take a look around, even if the quests aren't putting me there, right? All right, Brother Niels. The Grape Manifest. Let's read it. Brother Niels, my grapes are saved. Bale, the bearer of this manifest, braved my thug-infested vineyard and gathered the grapes that I could not. Although the Defias still roam across the river, nearly my entire crop has been salvaged. You may add a full load of grape bushels to your stores. May the light protect us. Millie Osworth. You look to be in fine spirits. Come, have a seat and have a drink.
Let's see here. Oh my, Millie's grapes have been saved. When she told me that brigands overran her vineyards, I nearly despaired. But my faith in the light did not waver.
It's drunk.
And through your bravery, we now have grapes for more wine. May the light bless you, adventurer, and keep you safe.
We'll take the wine-stained cloak, just because. That's such a... That book is literally as big as me. That's insane. Just barrels of wine and books. Jump out the window. Whee! Ah! Give him a mite on the way out. Empty out our bags. And now we are heading to Goldshire, where we will probably call it for now. I'll be back on later this afternoon and we'll tackle most of Goldshire. I imagine I can get most of it done in one sitting. I don't think all of it, but most of it. Falcon Eisenstrider.
Every adventurer should rest when exhaustion sets in.
It definitely is setting in.
There is no finer place to get rest and relaxation than at the Lion's Pride Inn. My best friend, Innkeeper Farley, runs the Lion's Pride. If you tell him I sent you, he may give you the special discounted rates on food and drink. To find the Lion's Pride Inn, travel south along the road from here. You can't miss it.
The Lion's Pride Inn, huh? Sounds nice. Elwyn has got to have like some of the most cozy vibes of any zone in WoW, truly. It's just nice, man. Lulls me right to sleep out here in Elwyn. Now there is a merchant that sells cats out here. I don't think I'm going to pick up a cat. I think on the dwarf, because obviously every character I'm going to have a pet with. On the rogue we had a couple. We had our black snake. We had we tried to get the black cat, but we never got it. We had our mechanical squirrel. We had our mechanical chicken, and we had a pet bombling, I think. And I think we ended with the mechanical chicken. But dwarves out in Dunmoreau can actually, where the Amberstill Ranch is, where we can pick up our mount, there's a hare merchant out there, and I think we're going to wind up picking up a winter hare on this guy, or maybe a white cat. Those are the two pets that I'm like eyeing on this character, but we'll see. I might find something else. I'll do some research on some companion pets, not like hunter pets, but companion pets that you can get in many ways, and maybe there'll be one that stands out more for the paladin, but in my mind, the white cat or the dwarven hare are the two that I'm thinking of. It's hard enough keeping orders around here without all these new troubles popping up. I hope you have good news, Bale. Report to Goldshire. You have word from McBride? Northshire's garden compared to Elwyn Forest, but I wonder what Marshal McBride has to report. Here, let me have his papers.
Well, it says here that you've been awarded acting deputy status with the Stormwind Marshals.
That's true.
Congratulations. And good luck. Keeping Elwyn safe is no picnic. What with most the army busy doing who knows what, for who knows which noble. It's hard to keep track of politics in these dark days.
Get the pikeman shield. I'm going to hold off on the other quests until we come back later. We'll talk to Innkeeper Farley.
Welcome to my inn, weary traveler. What can I do for you?
Your best buddy told me to
Rest
head
and
here.
Relaxation for the tired and cold. That's our motto. Please, take a seat by the fire and rest your weary bones. Would you like to try a sampling of some of our fine food and drink?
Yeah, give me some pumpkin if you don't mind. And I'll sell these. And honestly, what we're going to do is pick up another bag. Replace it with the green one. Save that green one for a bank later. I'm not going to set my hearth here, but I am going to go ahead and jump into bed. Is there an empty room? Yes. Just my size. Ah, that's nice. Alright guys, we're going to call this one here for now. Like I said, I'll be back on later tonight / this afternoon for a second session. I want to thank you guys for hanging out. See you in the next one. Peace and love, and God bless gamers.